Iasu Malaguedo. What? It's my 420 episode. I'm in Canada. It's legal. Fuck off. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Channing Tatum.
Do whatever the fuck I want, when I want. I'll butt fuck this dude. See that? I fucking slide right into that shit. I do whatever I want. This is my gift. Channing, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, guy? Y'all cool?
That's Channing Tatum. That's Channing Tatum, dude. What the fuck? Channing fucking Tatum. I found him wandering on the freeway. I collected him, made my bitch off my dick. I call him Channing Tatum.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is an audio podcast, but that is a scene from, this is the end where Channing Tatum might make one of the funniest cameos of all time. But ladies and gentlemen, I just finished watching Roof Man, and I gotta say, it was a good movie. I got a lot to say about that, but I figured, you know what, why don't I do a podcast on Channing. Is it Channing? Yeah, it's like Carol Channing, right? Yeah, I'm sure the younger audience knows who that is. Channing Tatum. Not to be confused with Jason Tatum, who, Boston absolutely desperately needs to come back because Jaylen Brown, did you guys watch that clip of Jaylen Brown? I guess he's afraid of going bald, and he asked LeBron James what to do, but now he's playing games and he's putting shoe polish on his head and it's literally rubbing off people's jerseys. People are wondering where are these black stains coming from, and they check it after, and yeah, it's from his head. So that's very embarrassing. That is wow. That is that's just wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what that has to do with Channing Tatum, I have no idea. But again, it's my 420 podcast, so I'm a little lit. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, you have to go to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, because things that are free today are the best. My God. I live in a beautiful city called Toronto, or used to be beautiful. According to our mayor, it's still beautiful, but, she's a trust fund baby, and, she thinks everything is beautiful. So the point is, it could be better, People are robbing more, and, imagine that. You raise prices, and people, start robbing more. Wow, that's, what a shocker. But the point is, take advantage of everything that is free, ladies and gentlemen, and, you should be okay. So let's begin. Channing Matthew Tatum, born April 26, 1980, is an American actor and producer. He made his film debut in the drama Coach Carter and had his breakthrough with the sports comedy film She's the Man and the dance film Step Up. He rose to prominence for playing Duke in the action films G.I. Jane. Wow. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I can't, every podcast can't be 420. G.I. Joe. Sorry, I don't, listen, if Will Smith ever fucking approached me, man, I'll forget it. One of us ain't coming off that stage, and it ain't me, okay? So, Chris, I love you, man, but next time, just, I don't know, kick him in the crotch. But then again, I don't know. I'm told he might like that, so I don't know. Just I don't know. Just do something next time, please. The Rise of Cobra and G.I. Joe Retaliation. The title role in the comedy drama films Magic Mike, Magic Mike XXL, and Magic Mike's Last Dance, and an undercover cop in the action comedy films 21 Jump Street. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, I can't even time that. That's pretty funny. I mentioned the movie and then shit goes off and that's a whole thing. That's, I don't know. Like I said, the crime is, it's not getting any better, folks. And 22 Jump Street. I mean, that could have been an ambulance. Who knows? Tatum's other films include The Vow, White House Down, Foxcatcher, The Hateful Eight, Hail Caesar, Logan Lucky, The Lost City, and Deadpool and Wolverine. He has produced several of his films, including the road film Dog, which he also starred in and co-directed. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes you see a sentence and then you want to keep going. This is I mean, at least the weed is good in Toronto. He was listed as one of Time's 100 most influential people in the world in 2022. So there you go, folks. I mean, even during COVID, I mean, this guy's kicking ass. So there you go. But yeah, I figured look up some facts on good old facts.net. That makes sense, right? And here we go. Not wasting any time here. Before becoming an actor, Tatum worked as a stripper under the name Chan Crawford. So, ladies and gentlemen, after seeing the picture on Wikipedia and then seeing this name, I can think of one of these words that doesn't match the picture. I mean, usually that's a last name. Chan. Okay. All right. I mean, hey, a lot of times when you want to do something and, hide, you got to do the opposite, right? Because people don't think of you as the opposite. So there you go. This experience later inspired the movie Magic Mike, in which he portrayed a male stripper. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're living in 2025. There's only so many jokes I can say about that name, but yeah, listen, you do what you got to do, all right? And if you're lucky enough to be born, okay, with, decent genetics, and somehow you can parlay that into being a male stripper, if you're a male, I've worked at strip clubs before, and, once you see a woman crying in the background, it kind of kills the fantasy. But, so I don't know, women, I got nothing for you here, but guys, yeah, again, if you're lucky enough to be a stripper, which I'm assuming is every guy's, ultimate job. I mean, to get paid to, I'm not saying he had sex with, clients or who knows? I don't know. I'm assuming he did, allegedly, and but it's a. I mean, it's a pretty good life. And then on top of that, become a movie star later. And then a successful one, which, wow, this is, sorry, guys, just give me a second here. Hold on. Hi, God, it's me, Michael. Yeah, how's it going? What happened, man? I mean, like no hair, fat, unsuccessful podcast, just... Yeah, and then there's Channing Tatum. Just something's not really balancing out here. So yeah, just a heads up. Maybe next time, try to make the score a little even. All right, thanks, man. Sorry about that. Tatum's breakthrough role was in the dance film Step Up. His impressive dance moves and on-screen chemistry with co-star Jenna Dewan captivated audiences around the world. I'm going to assume you're right. I did not see that movie. I think that later became his wife, right? I'm pretty sure they, I think he had a divorce a little while ago, but yeah. Listen, you work on set, either one of two things happen. You either hate your co-star or you love them. So sometimes you marry them. So, it is what it is. He has appeared in several action films. Yeah, we know that. Tatum started his own production company called 33 and Out Productions. This allows him to have creative control over the projects he works on and explore his passion for storytelling. Now, this is a great move. Over the years, there's lots of people that have just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to run my own production company. I'm going to have people come to me, give me scripts and ideas. I take a percentage, I fund the movie, boom, boom, boom. That's it. That's what people are doing. So, and he did that for one of his movies. I'm going to get into that. And he made a shit ton of money. I mean, way more than you would stripping, I'm assuming. Ask Cardi B. You know what? Don't ask her. I don't like her. Isn't it amazing with Cardi B? I mean, she's literally admitted, speaking of strippers there, she's admitted to literally drugging and stealing from guys before she became famous. And yet she still has a career. Now, you're going to tell me that there's not a double standard with guys? I mean, let's say if Channing Tatum pulled this shit. I mean, do you think he would have a career right now? Absolutely not. I mean, this is the world we're living in, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. He has a deep love for motorcycles and has been an avid rider for many years. Tatum enjoys the thrill of and freedom. Sorry, a little cotton mouth there. Freedom that comes with hitting the open road on two wheels. Okay, so let's again. God, you still there? Okay. So even if he didn't become a movie star, I mean, would this guy have a problem, getting laid? Really? I mean, nothing. Okay. Tatum is known for his, first physique. Yeah. We know that. We're strict diet, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I have seen, you don't have to rub it in, okay? I eat a cracker, I gain 20 pounds. Fuck off. But, which after this podcast, after that joint, forget it. It's just, I don't, other than this podcast, I'm not doing shit today. The point is, I did hear a thing on, he has a strict diet, whatever, but I did hear he does love to drink, and he does consider himself a functioning alcoholic. So on top of that, he's not a dick like Shia LaBeouf. I mean, he, I guess he knows his limits. It never affects his work. You never hear him getting into any shit or anything. So there you go. I mean, could life get any better for this guy? In 2012, People magazine named him the sexiest man alive. Okay, well, guys, God, why do I bother? Is he your kid or something? Is that what's going on here? Or, okay, I don't know. You don't see him with that kind of hair, though. Although he probably could grow it if he wanted to, of course, Okay, I don't know. Look like Nicolas Cage in Con Air, maybe? I don't know. He has a passion for art and even had his own art collection titled Earth to Paris. Tatum's collection showcased his love for contemporary and abstract pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard that Jay-Z has a very extensive wow. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you just gotta let the weed do its thing. What word am I looking for? I could easily edit this out, but it's just not going to happen. Extensive. There you go. That was worth it. And abstract pieces. So there you go. I believe I already read that part, but whatever. Tatum is a talented dancer and has been trained by various styles, including ballet, tap, and jazz. I mean, listen, in the end, it got him an extremely big paycheck, but I'll talk about that later. His dance background has undoubtedly contributed to his success in films like Step Up and Magic Mike. There you go. So, yeah, he's worked with a lot of people here. He's done more movies. Like Facts, I love you, but sometimes you just, list the obvious. Like, hey, Channing Tatum is an actor. Yeah, thank you. Tatum has a fear of porcelain dolls and has admitted to finding them creepy. Fuck. Okay, so the only thing we have in common, it's safe to say that you won't find any porcelain dolls in his home. Okay, listen, I don't blame you. They're fucking creepy too. But then again, if you do the whole online dating thing, I mean, a lot of the pictures, they look like, you know, I mean, some of these pictures are so AI. I mean, they look like they should be just sitting on a shelf. He is an avid reader and often shares book recommendations on his social media platforms. Tatum believes in the power of literature to expand the mind and inspire creativity. Okay, so on top of that, you know, he's smart. Okay, so God, again, there's nothing here. Like, again, if the aliens land, ladies and gentlemen, they put me and him next to each other. They're, they're just gonna assume that like Tatum, like it's a Make-A-Wish Foundation or something, and just fuck it. Tatum has been open about his struggles with body image. Dude, really? Come on. Yeah, dude, you want to talk about body image? Come on. Try losing over 100 pounds and still being a fat ass. I mean, I'm referring to me, by the way. And has spoken about the pressure to maintain a certain physique in Hollywood. His transparency has resonated with many fans and inspired conversations about body positivity. All right, that's fair. Listen, I'm just breaking balls. But yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of women, or probably most women in Hollywood, it's a lot of pressure on them. And a lot of people forget, yeah, it's just pressure on guys too. Not me though. Like, I know they did the skit on Saturday Night Live there about Farley and Patrick Swayze. I mean, ladies, like, hear me out. Like, have you ever seen like a fat stripper or no? Like, has that ever actually happened? And like, if that has happened, would you be opposed to that? I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I remember one time I went to a strip club and there was like a chubbier stripper, short, but I don't know. She, to be honest with you, like out of all of them, she looked like the funnest one. She's definitely the most chatty. But where am I going with this? I don't know. But I'm just curious. He has appeared in music videos for artists such as Beyonce, Pink, and Ciara. Tatum's natural charisma and dancing skills make him a sought-after collaborator in the music industry. There you go. Okay, so he gets to work with the most beautiful women. Okay, guys, what's does it end anywhere here? I mean, really? Okay, like, I mean, he I don't know. It's not like he has his own liquor. Oh, he does. He founded a vodka brand called Born and Bred in 2017. Of course he did. Tatum's entrepreneurial spirit led him to venture into the world of spirits, of course. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you like to drink, you might as well just open up your own company. If you got the, if you got the funds, why not? Tatum is a passionate advocate for LGBTQ plus rights and has been involved in various innovative supporting the community. His inclusivity and support for equality have made him a beloved figure amongst his fans. There you go. Nice. He has expressed interest in doing more dramatic roles and exploring different genres in the future. Of course, you don't want to be a one-trick stripper, you want to try other shit, of course. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, I mean, for the most part here, it's just listing off that basically, he's a costume with an S, on his chest here, away from Superman. So I'll just say this, and I'm making jokes here, but he seems actually like a decent dude. He doesn't seem like a douchebag, like I said, Shia LaBeouf there, LaBeouf or whatever, the fucking idiot. And, that's it. Oh, here's some more facts on IMDb.com. Why IMDb.com? Because it's a beautiful web page, unlike Paramount's. Actually, Paramount's all right, but just you see, Rotten Tomatoes is owned by Paramount, so like if a movie, I'm assuming if a movie comes out from Paramount, like they'll just give it 100% anyway, and it's a little biased, no? I mean, it is a little weird. It's a little weird. No, I'll wait. I'm already oh, no. I gotta stay focused here. Okay, it says here, when in ninth grade, he was given the option of either military school or a private school. He chose the military school. Okay. So again, stripper, military, dancer. These are all things that I will guarantee you pussy for the rest of your life. It just, everything, moving on. Moved from Alabama to Mississippi at the age of 6, where his family lived on a bayou. So on top of that, the guy's probably a Renaissance man. The guy can fucking do anything. I mean, those bayou people are pretty tough. I know that. We all know that. Am I going to live close to fucking gators? Absolutely fucking not. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a clip on YouTube, and I urge everybody to watch this. I don't know if it's from the bayou or Florida or... I mean, chances are if you live in Florida, you will be very familiar with this sound. Hold on a sec. Ladies and gentlemen, some people can't wait till Friday to party. Some people just wait till Thursday afternoon. But the point is, the fuck was the point? What was I talking about? Turning to Joey Diaz here. What were we talking about, dog? I love that guy. The bayou and so go on YouTube, look up an alligator eating another alligator. It is insane. It absolutely looks like AI. I don't know how this clip does not have 1 billion hits, but fuck that. I had worked as a construction worker, a mortgage broker, a salesman at the Cologne counter of Dillard's. Dillard's? Yeah, I don't know, I've never heard of it. And a worker in a puppy kitty nursery before started a modeling career. Wow. Okay. So again, guys, we've been doing this since the beginning of time here. You take a dog or, you have a pet. It just, oh, look at the pretty pet. It just gets more women. This guy is, whoever, listen, either one, two things happen. Either this guy has natural game, or he might have a father as a pimp. Either somebody schooled this kid like exactly. I called him a kid. He's 2 years older than me, and he looks fucking 20 years younger. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, somebody schooled this kid like perfectly. I mean, my God, I don't know why. He could spend the rest of his life on his back. His favorite childhood film was the adventure comedy film The Goonies. It's not bad. I mean, if you're a kid of the 80s, you gotta love the Goonies. I always thought that The Lost Boys was better than Goonies. There's always that conversation, whatever, but, that's just me. Has a daughter, Everly Tatum, born May 31st, 2013, with ex-wife Jenna Dewan. No, I think it's Dewan. Dewan. Can you imagine if, you combine the two names with, her name and then his stripper name? Chan Dewan? I don't know, weed makes things more funnier than they should be. Already an accomplished dancer, he learned 1940s style tap dancing for the Coen brothers' Hail Caesar. I'll get to that movie later. I don't know. Still spends his summertime with his grandparents back in Alabama. Has modeled for Amber Crombie at Finch, Dulce, and Gabbana, and Aeropostal, something like that. In 2002, he starred in commercials for both Mountain Dew Drive and Pepsi Scratching. Why the drive and scratching, I don't know what that means. But yeah, either way. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, he has free Pepsi for life. I mean, that's just, that's just phenomenal. I mean, a little, Pepsi and Bacardi, never hurt nobody. All right. Suffered from ADHD and dyslexia as a child. When he was a child, his grandparents raised him during the summers. Listen, you go to your grandparents whenever it's almost like a party. I mean, for the most part, the food is good. It's more relaxing. I don't blame him for that. I really don't. During his time in school, he played football, soccer, track, and baseball. Of course, he did. Is there any facts here that, like, I don't know, maybe in the future somebody could use against him? No. He has a female pit bull mix, Lulu. Okay. No, I got nothing. Nothing. It's just. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like I'm jealous. I'm not. It's just, a little bit. Excuse me a sec. God, again, sorry. Just I know you're busy with the cop cars and ambulances in Toronto, but. Like a little bit even, just something, like let's say if I looked like this and my dick literally dragged on the ground, then it could be equal. But, instead I'm somewhere between, a black man and a Chan. But the point is, just next time, well, I mean, the 80s are gone. I mean, it's people are finally realizing that the 80s music wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't as good as, the 70s or 90s, obviously, but still, it was, it was still decent, MTV. But the point is, just trying to make it a little more equal next time. All right, thanks. Oh God. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, he's done a lot in his career, and of course, you got to go on to IMDb, and let's start from the very beginning. His very first official job in show business. And ladies and gentlemen, you may or may not believe this, but it says here, according to the year 2000, in the year 2000, his first official job was in the music video for Ricky Martin's She Bangs. And he's credited as a dancer, and he's uncredited. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people thought, what Ricky Martin really was back in the day. They didn't have any proof, unless you lived in Toronto, because I did hear that the first time Ricky Martin did come to Toronto, it was during the Gay Pride Parade. So that's, some jokes just write themselves. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter. We're all gonna, I mean, Toronto's going to shit, but we're still gonna party, gay, straight. It doesn't fucking matter. You want to dress up as a squirrel and fuck a tree? Who cares? Go nuts. But the point is, this was during the the Living the Vida Loca, She Bangs, and then didn't you do the song for the World Cup? Ole, 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 all that fucking shit. Ole, ole, ole. So, it's a good little start, man. I mean, that's pretty cool. So, there you go. And then I mentioned before, he was in a Pepsi commercial, a video called Ask for More. Then in the Mountain Dew one, Do the Do. Yeah. They don't say that anymore, do they? Yeah. I heard a thing one time that Mountain Dew is the only pop out there that reduces your sperm count. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. Maybe I'll look into that one day. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you're an actor just starting out, certain shows you got to be on, Law and Order, one of the 20 shows they got going there. And, of course, CSI. So he's in an episode of CSI Miami. He played a character named Bob Davenport, which in many ways might have been a better stripper name. But, teach his own. Then he was in the music video for Twista called Hope, which... I did not know that. Twista. Listen, We need a versus Twista versus Busta Rhymes. I've mentioned this before, and those two guys going back and forth, 20 tracks, it's going to be fucking insane. I don't know how this hasn't happened yet, but yeah, it's got to happen for sure. Then yeah, I mentioned before his first his first movie, was Coach Carter. Yeah, I think this was the first time I ever saw him in that. I wasn't really paying attention to the Ricky Martin video, but yeah, this is his first movie, and a good little movie too, with Samuel Jackson playing Coach Carter. Controversy surrounds high school basketball coach Ken Carter after he benches his entire team for breaking their academic contract with him. I believe this is based on a true story. Like following, let's say, movies like Hoosiers and all that. Yeah, it's another good little basketball movie. So that was pretty good. And yet he, at the time, early thousands, white kids were still acting like wiggers. Can I say that word? I just did. Yeah, so it was a little bit of that going with this role with Channing Tatum, but guys, how many cop cars, ambulances was that? I think I'm going for the record today. Was it 30 minutes? 3 of them, eh? Okay, so every 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is a good little movie. It has a rating of 7.3 out of 10. Yeah, if you like basketball movies where the coach takes over and kicks the kid's ass and all that, so yeah, why not? It's a good little movie. I enjoyed it very much. So there you go. Samuel Jackson, man. I mean, that guy tells you to run drills and push-ups and all that shit. Yeah, you gotta do it, man. He's fucking scared me since Pulp Fiction. Who am I kidding? He scared me since fucking Goodfellas. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Samuel Jackson was in Goodfellas. A lot of people forget that. He didn't make it far, but I still want to know what that drink he made, that green drink. I don't know. He said it's better than sex, but I mean, is it? Then he was in the movie or the remake there, War of the Worlds. He played the boy in church. He's uncredited. I didn't even know he was in that one. Yeah, I just stick to the original. Then he's in a movie called Havoc, Supercross, A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, which has a very interesting title. He plays young Antonio. There's nothing, again, Chan Antonio. There's a lot of names that just do not fit this man's profile. Was this, Robert Downey Jr.'s in this one? Really? Shia LaBeouf. Forget it. No, don't see it. Don't. This poor guy had to work with Shia LaBeouf. I did a whole podcast called I Hate Shia LaBeouf. I do a series where I say I hate something or whatever, and yeah, I'll be honest with you. For the most part, like I don't really hate the thing I shit on. I give an example why, but Shia LaBeouf or LaBeouf or LeCunt, whatever his name is, I really do hate him. I think he's a horrible human being. Wham, you had daddy problems, Fuck, who hasn't? I mean, Jesus, But the point is, if you want to see this movie, I mean, it has a rating of 6.9 out of 10. it's always classic. But yeah, I don't know. Just I hear Shia, I'm out. He's in another movie called She's the Man. All right, and then he's in the Sean Paul featuring Keisha Cole video, Give It Up to Me. I Have you noticed in like every Sean Paul song, I love Sean Paul, don't get me wrong, man. And that guy's awesome. I mean, that guy's got so many fucking hits. Who would be a good versus with him? I mean, probably him and maybe Sean Paul and Beanie Man? Or Beanie Man? Is it Beanie? I think it's Beanie Man. Guys, please don't kick my ass. I don't know. I've seen that one. I don't want to see more machetes in my life. But the point is, yeah, I think that'd be a pretty good versus. But Sorry guys, I'm coming off the weed here. It's okay. This is. I mean, will the podcast get better? Probably not. But yeah, I mean, you know, with Sean Paul's songs, like when he sings, like just the lines, like you can't understand what the fuck he's saying, and then like the chorus is the thing that sells it. Obviously, it's like when someone told a girl or someone told Bon Jovi. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on, let me. Hold on. All right, that's the first thing. Oh, Diet ginger ale. It's like the Italian version of Pepto Bismol. The point is, yeah, I can't understand what the fuck he's saying, but yeah, the chorus always sells it. So, oh yeah, Bon Jovi was once told by a girl, "Don't bore us, get to the chorus." So if Sean Paul doesn't create some of the best, oh, good burp, sort of. I mean, I just hope it's not a mini heart attack. Is this thing on or yeah, okay. Just he always kills it with the chorus. So basically, what I'm trying to say here, ladies and gentlemen, is that he was in this music video as a dancer. That's what I'm trying to say. And he was also in the Sierra video, I mentioned that before, featuring Chameleonaire, who made a shit ton of money off some kind of app or something. That's why you never hear him. I see me around and I hate to patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty. It took a while for white people to realize what that meant, but it means, ladies and gentlemen, when you're like about to make a drug deal or you got some shit in the trunk that, I mean, it could be, guns or whatever. I don't know, mounds of coke. Who knows? Who knows? But you don't want to be caught. That's all, That's all. Just be careful. Don't do drugs, okay? Yeah, so the music video, the song is called Get Up, I like how they have him credited finally like before he was dancer in the Sean Paul video. Now they have him credited as Channing Tatum. So there you go. Finally, the brother's getting recognized. All right. Then he was in a movie called Step Up, which I did not see because I'm straight. So this is where he met his wife, and all his skills all together with the music videos and all that. He's putting it towards that. So I do remember this movie because it was just everywhere, and all these chicks wanted to see this movie, and there you go. So I don't know if you like dancing and Channing Tatum, and I don't know if all that shit. Just go see that one. And he was in a movie called Battle in Seattle, which might be the most exciting thing that's ever happened in Seattle. The Trap, there's a short he did. Step Up to the Streets. Oh, because it's the sequel. Step Up to the Streets. They spell it two, and yeah, we get it. And he was in a movie called Stop Loss. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a very good movie. I'm surprised it has such a low rating. 6.4 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good. A veteran soldier returns from his completed tour of duty in Iraq, only to find his life turned upside down when he is, I'm going to fuck up this word, rarely, did I get it? Yeah. Ordered to return to field duty by the Army. So the term stop loss, ladies and gentlemen, basically means that you could be completely done in the Army. I mean, the States, I don't know what happens in Canada. Years ago it snowed too much and they needed us to do that. So I don't know, go figure. But the point is they can make you go back into the Army again. So they call that stop loss. So you could completely finish, a tour, 2 tours, whatever, and say, you know what, man? We're sorry to do this. Actually, they probably won't say sorry, but well, maybe they will if they're nice. But they can drag you right back in, and it's a sad story. I'm not positively sure if this is based on a true story. It might be, maybe certain parts or whatever, one of those. But based on certain events. Yeah, you know how films try to sneak that in there, right? And yeah, it shows what a lot of these guys go through. I mean, a lot of them, most of them, they don't want to go back. They, again, I don't want to give anything away what they do to, try to get out of it and whatever, but it's a little cast of people. You got Ryan Felipe, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I did a podcast about him. He's an interesting guy. Rob Brown, Channing Tatum, of course, Victor Roskuk, something like that. Timothy I never know how to pronounce this guy's last name. Oliphant? Is that what it is? No, yeah. Okay. Well, he's in there, but it's a very good movie. I'm just surprised it got such a low rating. So yeah, I mean, listen, thank everybody. Thank all the soldiers out there. Thank you for your service. I mean, it is it's crazy. So I mean, I can't imagine going through all that shit, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, no, you know what? We're not done with you. So yeah, that's fuck, I can imagine how frustrating that is. But yeah, but very good movie. It's called Stop Lost. Came out in 2008. Then he did a movie called Fighting. Didn't get the best rating. And then Public Enemies with Johnny Depp here. I completely forgot he was in this. Yeah, 6.9 out of 10. It just, you guys aren't helping here. The feds try to take down notorious American gangsters John Dillinger, Babyface Nelson, and Pretty Boy Floyd during the booming crime wave in the 1930s. Directed by Michael Mann. I think this man's work speaks for himself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. By the way, if you've never seen the movie with James Caan, rest in peace to him, Thief, very underrated like crime movie. I don't know if it's underrated, but maybe a lot of people haven't heard about it because it's an older one. But two things: one, James Caan, you kick ass; Michael Mann, you kick ass. So good little cast of people with this movie: Christian Bale, Kristen Stolte, Jason Clarke, Johnny Depp, David Wenham, Stephen Graham. Which, I mean, you got to give that guy props for. Was it the recent series there about his kid, getting into a little bit of trouble, and he got. I think he and the kid won an award too. So, yeah, man. I mean, I should do a podcast about that guy one day. But John Judd, Stephen Dwarf, Carey Mulligan, Giovanni Ribisi. Yeah. Good little cast, ladies and gentlemen. But I completely forgot he was in this. So, but again, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, maybe had a few drinks with Johnny Depp. We all know Johnny Depp likes to, have a couple. Nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. I am not that dumb idiot ex of his there. Thought he could make him look bad in court. Boy, did that backfire. And then on top of that, you're shitting in bed, allegedly. The point is, Public Enemies, good little movie. I know it had a lot of mixed reviews. I thought it was a decent little movie. Not Johnny Depp's best, but definitely not his worst. Definitely No Secret Window. Holy fuck. Or The Tourist, that one with, oh, Jesus Christ. And then he did a little movie called G.I. Joe, The Rise of the Cobra. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. G.I. Joe was the shit, and so was this movie. It was just horrible. Absolutely, what a disappointment. I mean, my God. I mean, between this, Transformers, I think they're destined just to ruin, like, every toy, I loved and cherish. I mean, I had the G.I. Joe, I think it was like the Cobra Chopper, and it was the coolest fucking thing because it had like two things in the front there that could detach and fly, and what it was, dude. The toys were fucking awesome. Got to get tough, Joe. Fuck yeah. And at the end of every episode, they'd give a little message there, just so nobody would sue after, for a kid playing with a gun or whatever. The point is, this movie sucked balls, okay? And the funniest thing is I think I was on going to a job interview that was completely pointless. And I'm listening to Howard Stern at the time. Howard Stern now, I haven't listened to like over a year. It's gotten really bad. They gotta wrap that shit up, man. Like Mr. Stern, I get it. You're at your home making millions of dollars. You get to chill, whatever. But I mean, it's got to get to a point where when's it enough? When's it enough money? That's just me, but the interviews are still good. But I don't know. when the highlight of the show is, Howard, got into a fight with a spider, I think it's time to move on, so. But the point is, Channing Tatum was on the show at the time. Actually, it might have been years later. I think he was promoting something else. And then they were talking about G.I. Joe on one point, and Channing Tatum literally just said, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I fucking hated G.I. Joe. he just said it. Like, and I thought it was fucking funny. And what even more weirder was, I went to a store to get a Snickers because, I'm a fat ass. And on the Snickers, they had some kind of promotion about G.I. Joe. And, like, as he's saying this, I'm like, yeah, you see him on the bar. He's like, yeah, this guy's just bullshitting the whole fucking movie. Like, but it really was bad, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, they just don't know how to... They just don't know, man. I don't know. Like, first off, like, I've always said this, it's very hard to make a cartoon into a real life series, okay? Hence the Flintstones, okay? That movie there, it looked good. I mean, but I don't know, plot and, but that's one of the rare ones where you the characters kind of look like each other, whatever. Except for Rosie O'Donnell there. They fucked up. I got nothing against Rosie, but I heard that Rosie O'Donnell had a show, and, I knew she had a show, but she gave away the ending to Fight Club, like, on the day it opened. I mean, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? It's fine. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this movie was horrible. Just absolutely horrible. Horrible. It just stick to the cartoon. The cartoon kicks ass. That's it. All right? That's it. G.I. Joe. Dear John. No, that was the name of his next movie, Dear John. Now, Dear John refers to, like, if you break up with somebody and, the balls to face them. I mean, and nowadays we call it ghosting, which is, even more psychotic. But you come home and, you have a letter saying, hey, I'm cheating on you with your brother. That Vegas trip I told you that I did 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's when we were fucking the most. And I'm gonna stay with him and your mother because he hasn't moved out yet. And good luck to you. So ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to see that kind of note on your mantle. The point is, I've never seen this movie. It didn't get the best rating, so. Morgan and Destiny's 11th. Is that a word? 11th? Okay. Date the Zeppelin Zoo. It's a short he did. I don't know. Unless it's about the Led Zeppelin, I don't care. The Dilemma. This movie sucked too. Listen, I love Ron Howard. Okay, I will love that man forever, just for Night Shift alone. And you have not seen Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton in Night Shift, okay? To my three fans out there, you can stop this podcast right now and just watch that movie. It kicks ass, but this movie sucked. It's got Kevin James, Vince Vaughn. First of all, let me just say this, okay? If I'm out one day and I see a buddy of mine's girlfriend kissing another guy, I'm literally calling him that fucking minute. There's no dilemma, okay? I don't know where this comes from, where you keep it a secret or whatever. Like, unless you're that friend fucking your friend's wife or girlfriend. I mean, that's something you shouldn't do anyway. But shit happens. But the point is, I'm telling my friend in a heartbeat. Okay, I don't give a fuck if it's 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. He's getting a phone call. So I don't know what the dilemma here is. I totally forgot he was even in this movie. This is not a good movie. It's if you look at the movie poster, you will watch this movie not look like Kevin James, but look more like Vince Vaughn. So it is, and Tatum plays a character named Zip. So I don't know, just zip this one up and don't even forget it even exists. Fuck it. The Son of No One, which has even a lower rating. I mean, the Dilemma had 5.3. This one has 5.1. Okay, and his name is Jonathan Milk White. Okay, so that's more. I mean, that again, another good stripper name, and definitely probably the most accurate one so far. So yeah, I didn't see this one. The Eagle, I didn't see that. 10 Years, no. Haywire, it was all right. I mean, it had some good action scenes, but whatever. The Vow. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I did not see this movie because I am straight. I heard this movie made a shit ton of money. It's one of those movies that, I don't know, maybe it fell on a Valentine's Day or whatever the fuck, and women are like, hey, we got to see this movie. And, Rachel McAdams, who I love, fellow Canadian. But I did not see this one, but I'm curious to see how much money it did make. So holy fucking shit. Okay, so the budget on this movie was $30 million. Opening weekend was $41 million. Gross US and Canada, $125 million. Gross worldwide, $196 million. Off a fucking rom-com. Holy shit, I'm in the wrong business. Wow. Okay, so I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if like at this point you don't believe that Channing Tatum has big dick energy, I don't know what does, but I mean, wow. That is about $170 million profit. Even if you factor in maybe another 5-10 for advertising, which I doubt it had that much because it's not that kind of movie, but holy shit, that is, wow, that is fucking crazy. I'm going to assume he ends up with her in the end, because it is called The Vow, and maybe it's a vow that we stick together, and he likes Canadian women. Who doesn't? And there you go. His character's name is Leo, by the way. So there you go. Anybody named Leo, it will more than likely get a lot of pussy in their life. I don't care if you're an actor or a Ninja Turtle. But yeah. And then, ladies and gentlemen, in that same year, so this is a hell of a year, 2012, another little movie came out called 21 Jump Street, where he played a character named Jenko. And it says here, a pair of underachieving cops are sent back to a local high school to blend in and bring down a synthetic drug ring. Ladies and gentlemen, again, another game changer. Basically, after these two movies, I'm almost positive he can write his own paycheck. I mean, this is just insane. For those of you who don't know, 21 Jump Street was a popular show in the 80s, starring Johnny Depp. I believe it was the 80s. I'm pretty sure. So, of course, they make fun of that a lot in the movie as well. Good little cast of people. Jonah Hill, he killed it. I mean, again, a game changer for him, too. I mean, so him, Tatum, Brie Larson, which I believe this is the first movie I ever saw Brie Larson in. She gets a lot of hate online there. I don't know. I mean, what was the movie she did? The Marvel or whatever? I don't know. That was okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But Dave Franco, Rob Riggle, he gets a lot of hate too. I don't know. I think he's funny. Another Army guy. Delray Davis, he's funny. Ice Cube, of course. Yay. Dax Flame, Ellie Kemper, Jake Johnson, Nick Offerman. It's not a comedy if Nick ain't in it. Holly Robinson Pete, who I haven't seen since Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I think that was her, right? Wasn't that her? Wasn't that the... I don't want to end up looking racist again. Like I always do. I don't know. That shit always happens to me. I don't know why. I don't know. Shut up. We've all done it. Not on purpose. Let me just scroll down here. Yeah, ABC, TGI. Yeah, hold on. She's got to be, where is it? Yeah, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Yep, I was right. Booyah. She's hot. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, incredible cottonmouth. My God. Chris Parnell, funny dude as well. Yeah. Coming off the high. Game changer, folks. And again, how ironic is it that years before this, he worked with Johnny Depp. And then he gets to, be part of the revival that is the movie. Very funny. I like this movie. I thought it was pretty funny. I'll get to the sequel in a bit. Yes, obviously they did make a sequel. Because I'm assuming this movie did make a shit ton of money. And the ironic thing is that, I don't know if you noticed by now, I'll give it away, fuck it. Johnny Depp is in this movie. He's in disguise for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you see him, plastic nose and all. And there you go. It also says here, this is interesting, it says Channing Tatum passed on the movie twice before Jonah Hill convinced him to take the role. Good move. I don't know why you pass on it. I mean, you're doing, I don't know. I mean, you can, I'm sure you can dance in this movie too. Just, it's a funny shit. Come on now. So the budget for this movie was $42 million. Opening weekend, $36 million. Gross U.S. and Canada, $138 million. Gross worldwide, $201 million. Ladies and gentlemen, the odds of doing a movie are just in general. Let's say a movie costs 30, 40 mil, which is extremely low today. Even back then, was still fucking low. Okay? Then you have two movies in the same year, okay, cost about 30, 40, whatever, making $200 million. Like I said, this guy could write his own paycheck after. And of course, they had to make a sequel, My name's Jeff. That was funny. I'll admit that. I don't know if that was him trying to be like Mexican or something in the movie, but it was, I think Jonah Hill did it better. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a really good movie. Very funny movie. I never really watched the show. I see some odd clips here and there, thanks TikTok. But I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine the. I'm assuming the movie was way funnier than what the show was. I think the show was meant to be more dramatic, but yeah, Q was great in it too. I thought it was funny when the black chick she said, "Popping each other's assholes. We ain't popping each other's assholes. We're trying to get shit done." No. I thought it was funny. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, 21 Jump Street, The Vow, that's pretty crazy. 2012 was a very good year for him. Wow, even a better year. Holy shit. So, he did a movie called Magic Mike. So, I can only recommend one of these three movies because, I'm straight, so I have no desire to see The Vow or Magic Mike. But the next movie he did was Magic Mike. Also came out in 2012. Holy shit. Good Lord. He's just some guy. Sorry, just one last time. I'm sorry. Well, hopefully the last time. God, again. So 3 of these movies in the same year. Like nothing. I mean, the alcoholism doesn't affect him. The looks, the strength, the acting, the money, nothing. I'm sitting here, nothing. Just nothing. Really. Wow. I mean, like, listen, I'm assuming he must have been like a war hero in World War II or something. And, I don't know, I probably, stepped on a grenade or just, kept himself on a grenade to save like his platoon or something. I mean, something. Like, this guy must have been, you definitely made it up for him in the next life. That's all I'm saying. That is, oh, God. That is insane. So the movie's called Magic Mike. He played a character named Magic Mike. That makes sense. It has a very low rating, which I don't think is going to affect this movie at all. Especially if you're born with a vagina, or if you, I don't know, in this day and age, if you get one later, who knows. A male stripper teaches a younger performer how to party, pick up women, and make easy money. Well, if anybody can teach him, it's this guy. What else you got in here? You got Mr. Dazed and Confused himself, Matthew McConaughey. Is it McConaughey or McConaughey? M-E-H-E-Y, I don't know. Tatum, of course, Olivia Munn, Alex Pettyfer. Did I say that right? Pettyfer, yeah. Pettyfer. Okay. James Martin Kelly, Cody Horn, Reed Carolyn, Avery Bigelow, which I didn't even know that was a possible last name. I mean, except for Deuce there. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of these movies that I don't think people give two shits about the rating, especially if you're a woman. The budget on this movie was $7 million. Now, I'm told that I think this is all, or the majority of it was Channing Tatum's money. He's one of these guys that, you know what, said, fuck it. My life is not good enough. So I'm going to make a movie, and I'm going to show these motherfuckers how to just, I know what women want. Okay, so there you go. And then opening weekend, U.S. and Canada, $39 million. Gross in U.S. and Canada, $113 million. Worldwide gross, $167,282,900. I'm going to say this one more time. Again, all three movies pretty much made $200 million in 1 year. Holy fucking shit. Wow. I mean, why would you bother? I would, I would do like Brando did and just buy like an island and fucking just nothing. I would just chill. I would why do you have to do more? Why? That's it. But he did do more. Of course he did. Why not? Make more money. Oh, so ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen this movie, and if you're a woman, and if you're straight, I doubt you haven't seen the movie. So, the point is, do I feel for, the straight guys who are married to a woman and, had to see this movie, and I mean, you have to figure on some level these guys like fucked up, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe, accidentally spilled the woman's makeup in the toilet, or I don't know, maybe they cheated on him or something. I mean, they had something to do to make up for this if they're seen in the theaters. But again, ladies and gentlemen, The Vow, 21 Jump Street, Magic Mike. This guy can not only write his own paycheck, but pretty much buy the checking company and just do what he has to do, and that's it. And ladies and gentlemen, he was in a movie called Don John, which I love. It is a funny movie, and I'm pretty sure Gordon Levitt funded this movie himself. So the sad thing is, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, I did a whole podcast on Gordon Levitt here, and I don't remember. So there you go. It's the weed. A New Jersey guy dedicated to his family, friends, and church develops unrealistic expectations from watching porn and works to find happiness and intimacy with his potential true love. So Gordon Levitt directed it, wrote it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always said this and I will say this to the end of time. Tony Danza fucking kicks ass. He is fucking awesome in this movie. Scarlett Johansson's in the movie. Julianne Moore is in the movie. Brie Larson's in the movie. I think Channing Tatum did I think they go see a movie in the movie and like he's like one of the actors or something. So maybe I don't know. It's like a parody on itself, or I don't know, some shit like that. But the point is, the budget on this movie was $3 million, and worldwide gross was $39 million. So everybody's getting paid, man. I'm telling you, like I'm in the wrong fucking business. I'm telling you, But ladies and gentlemen, again, very funny movie. I enjoyed this a lot. Like I said, Tony Danza steals every fucking scene he's in, and I recommend it. Side effects. I sort of remember this movie. Not really. A little bit. Got a decent rating. 7.1 out of 10. It's not bad. And then he did the sequel to G.I. Joe called G.I. Joe Retaliation. Why? What's the retaliation? You know, just he must have got a hell of a fucking paycheck for this. I mean, like, there's no, like, why would you bother? Why? It had to be an awesome paycheck. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't believe they made the first one. I can't believe they made the second one. Fuck it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, after getting the bitter taste of a G.I. Joe, you know, out of our systems here, he did a very funny movie, which I remember Quentin Tarantino saying it was one of his top 10 favorite movies that year, in 2013. A little movie called This Is the End. Now, it's one of those movies where, you know, there's lots of cameos. You know, this came from Seth Rogen and good old Jay here. I did a podcast on both those dudes. They created some kind of a like short before, and then they made this into a movie, and it's got a hell of a cast. James Franco. Okay, listen, we all know what happened there. Okay, we know. I don't know. Rogan wanted to work with him. He didn't have a problem. Then I don't know. The smoke cleared, and then he said, "Yeah, no, now I do have a problem." Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel. I think I said that right. I don't know. He's Canadian, so I better. Yeah, he's born on the same birthday as me too. I did a podcast on him. I think I mentioned that before. Dan McBride. Yeah, I did a podcast on him. He's a funny motherfucker. Craig Robinson, who I don't know for some reason decided to quit acting, and yet 2 months later, I see him in a commercial with with some of the people from The Office. So I don't know. I mean, look, dude, Craig, I love you, but you're no Daniel Day-Lewis, okay? If somebody offers you a job, take it, okay? Because I heard he was a bouncer, and believe me, I've done bouncing, and you know, listen, someone offers me an acting job, I'm fucking taking it. So I don't know. I mean, you want to focus on music or blues or whatever you're doing, cool, but you know, don't you know, come on, please. Michael Cera, Emma Watson, Mindy Kaling, David Krumholtz, Christopher Mintz-Plasse. I did a whole podcast on him. I don't know how to pronounce anybody's fucking name. Rihanna, Martin Starr, Paul Rudd, Kevin Hart, Channing Tatum, Aziz Ansari, Samantha Riesler, I think, yeah. Point is, it's just packed with people here. And when Jen Tatum did maybe one of the more... Again, he didn't have to do this role. Again, let me remind you people. In 1 year, he helped Hollywood make close to $600 million. They need a cameo for that part. So the whole part is like Danny McBride. He's gone psycho, Danny McBride. Let's just say that. I don't want to give away what happens, but the point is, you know, he's awesome, but he needs a somewhat of an assistant, I guess you can call it. And then they needed some, someone for the weird cameo there to almost be like a slave or whatever. And then they messaged Channing Tatum late at night or with an email or whatever. And he admits he was drunk, and he said he'll take it. And, you know, he doesn't want to go back on his word. So, and then he showed up on set, I believe that day, and he broke into Dan McBride's trailer as the character, and he's masked and all that, and he just starts like dry humping, I believe, Danny McBride, and Danny McBride has no idea who the fuck this is. I mean, this could be some random person off the street, so, you know, they were just fucking with him a little bit there, and, Channing Tatum, I've heard more porn names today than I have ever in my life. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this movie is fucking hilarious. I love it. It is a great movie. Seth Rogen has done some awesome shit over the years. I think he just got, 13 Emmys for his new show there. I mean, the guy's fucking killing it. So I don't know when this guy sleeps. But the point is, it was a cool little cameo by Channing Tatum. And there you go. If you have not seen this movie, I urge you to see This Is the End. This is the end, my only friend. This is the end. Thank you. Then he did a movie called White House Down, which is these are these stupid movies where aren't these the one with like Gerard Butler or something, and like he's got to protect the president or something? I don't just these movies are so dumb. I mean, please, don't waste my time. I want a Channing all over your Tatum, huh? It's a short he did. I'm assuming that has something to do with This Is the End. They made maybe a video, whatever. Okay, cool. I got to see it. He was in an episode of The Simpsons. It's a Simpsons episode that aired in 2014. So that's not saying much. The Lego Movie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hand to God. Okay, I did not plan this. I said before, all he was missing was the like a uniform with an S on it. Guess what character he plays in the Lego Movie? Superman. This, I'm telling you, in a past life, he was a soldier in World War II. He must have, what was left of his body back then must have been something like out of Mortal Kombat, this guy must have went through so much shit in his past life. This is one of the reasons why I want to know what happens when you die. One, I want to ask God the obvious question. Look at me, look at Tatum, what the fuck? And second, what did people do in their past lives to deserve this kick-ass life? I just, even give me the cliff notes. Just give me something, okay? So, oh, Christ. So, Lego Movie kicked ass. We all know that. I grew up a Lego kid. I'm jealous of any kid that grows up nowadays with Legos because they make every fucking different type of Lego. Back then, all the Legos looked like Simpsons characters. You find the odd black one, or the pirate or whatever, or one that's dressed up as a ghost, but it was so limited. I've seen Legos that they've made Shaun of the Dead out of, okay? So the possibilities are just endless, okay? I'm not going to go into how much the Lego Movie kicks ass. We all know that, The brilliant ending there with Will Ferrell, I won't give anything away, but the point is, I kind of did. The point is, it kicks ass, and two things. One, we waited forever for a Lego Movie, and two, speaking of another guy who could write his own paycheck that year, between that and Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt, and now with the Mario movie, Jurassic Park, Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, these guys were probably fellow soldiers in World War II. They went balls to the wall, and they probably looked up at one point, and God just pointed at both of them and said, "I got you," and that's it. That's it. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, Lego Movie kicks ass. We all know that. Then there's an episode. Oh no, video game. Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff. Voiceover work. Why not? Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned before he wants to do more serious roles, and that's exactly what he did in 2014. He was in a movie called Foxcatcher. Now, this movie is not an easy watch at times, but it's good the movie's out there. A U.S. Olympic wrestling champions, brothers Mark Schultz and David Schultz, join Team Foxcatcher, led by eccentric multi-millionaire John DuPont, as they trained for the 1988 Olympic Games in Seoul, South Korea. But John's self-destructive behavior threatens to consume them all. Ladies and gentlemen, the three main guys in this movie, obviously, are Channing Tatum, Steve Carell, and Mark Ruffalo. Now, they are all great in this one. Steve Carell, Jesus. My God, don't expect Mike from The Office on this one. Or at least not that kind of creep. But, it was an awesome performance. Based on a true story, by the way. It's crazy. I mean, even Channing Tatum's character, I mean, you get, there's a scene in the movie where they're literally just, blowing rails like nobody's business, just, a little cokey. I mean, it was the 80s, right? And, Steve Carell's character is sitting there, and he's just sitting there like fucking King Tut, and Channing Tatum's character is almost like a little puppy, bouncing around and just basically doing whatever this guy says, and oof, like it is a creepy fucking shit. I mean, and then one scene where he's eating a bunch of food, and then like he kind of spazzed out there, and then they make him like throw it up and run the treadmill so he can just like lose like, I don't know, 10 pounds or whatever, 5 pounds in a matter of like an hour. I mean, it's just, it's really insane, all the shit that, this guy went through to go through this. But, like most stories like this, they do not end well. And again, I don't want to give away what happens, but this is dark as it gets, folks. It was nominated for 5 Oscars, so people recognized, its worth there. And it's a creepy movie, man. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a good movie, but it's creepy. But so kudos to Tatum for taking a role like this, and for not doing G.I. Joe 3, thank God. So definitely, I mean, you got to be, don't expect a comedy here, folks. Again, like you look at the people, you're like, okay, I've seen 21 Jump Street, I've seen, The Office, that's what she said, all that shit. But this is a very disturbing movie in parts, and but I definitely recommend it. I'm surprised it only has a 7 out of 10, but but very good movie. Check it out. And of course, with the success of 21 Jump Street, you have to do a 22 Jump Street. Of course you do. Of course you do. Why not? Most of the people came back from the first one there. A couple new faces there. You got Peter Stormare, who, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this guy is, as soon as you see his face, you'll know who this guy is. One of the more recognizable roles he did. Remember the Seinfeld episode Frogger, and the guy goes to George, "You owe me a quarter." Slippery Pete, that's his name. There you go. Yeah. Why was he drinking milk? Who knows? Wyatt Russell, who is the son of Kurt Russell there, definitely looks like his father for sure. Amber Stevens West, Jillian Bell, Ice Cube again showing up, just kicking ass. I love that one scene where he's at the he finds out that Jonah Hill's fucking his daughter, and I don't know, and then he's at the table there or at the buffet all pissed off there. So I thought that was funny. And then Queen Latifah's his wife. That was funny too. Nick Offerman, of course, you gotta have Nicky back there. But the point is, again, if you like the first one, you'll like the second one. They're all funny, And the funny thing about the second one is at the end credits, they're like, oh, 23 Jump Street, 24 Jump Street. This time they're in the Arctic or whatever. So, I mean, like, both these movies do a great job of, like, kind of, parodying, themselves and whatever. And they try not to take it too seriously. And, you got back in the day, you see a movie, Revenge of the Nerds, and, just picture if, like, the nerd teamed up with the bully and they became cops. That's all, So, I don't know, Revenge of the Nerds meets Police Academy, and I'm actually surprised they haven't remade or rebooted Police Academy. I just jinxed it. But the point is, they're both very funny movies. I enjoy them both very much. So there you go. Then he loaned his voice for the movie The Book of Life. Loaned his voice again for The Book of Life, Sugar Smash. Then he did a movie called Jupiter Ascending, which I've heard is one of the worst movies of all time. I have no desire to see it. I don't care. And of course, you got to make another Magic Mike because, it's literally a license to print money at this point. So yeah, why not? Again, not the best rating, but something tells me that doesn't matter. Okay, it's like Bill Murray in Meatballs. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Money. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Fucking love that, man. The point is, let's see how much money he made this time. So the budget was $14 million. Opening weekend, $12 million. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We're still good. Grossing U.S. and Canada, $66 million. There you go. And gross worldwide, $122 million. Okay. It's not 200 million this time. To quote the great Artie Lang. But still, to make a movie for almost 15 million and to make 120 million is still pretty awesome. So there you go. I mean, I don't know, maybe more women, wanted to, maybe they knew how, excited they got in the first movie and they just wanted to keep that shit at home. Maybe make it, make it a Netflix night. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the drop is there. But the point is, still made a shit ton of money, and there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I listen. I've bothered God enough, so I'm not going to ask him why. On top of everything, do you bless him to put him in a Quentin Tarantino movie? But that's exactly what happens. He's in the Hateful Eight, and he plays a character named Jody. In the dead of the Wyoming Theater. Wyoming Winter. I didn't say theater. What? Whatever. It feels like a play when you watch this movie. Maybe that's why I said it, yeah. It's a good little movie. Quentin Tarantino never made a bad movie. I mean, he fucking kicks ass. A bounty hunter and his prisoner find shelter in a cabin currently inhabited by a collection of I say this word. Nefarious. There you go. I don't have a... Whatever. I can't blame the weed anymore. Characters. Okay, so, again. Look at this cast, ladies and gentlemen. Samuel Jackson, which I believe this is one of his better roles he's ever done. And not to say he hasn't done great roles. Obviously. But I'm just saying. He kicks ass in this one. Kurt Russell, who accidentally smashed a very pricey guitar, which he wasn't supposed to smash. That's he's Kurt Russell. He can do what he wants. Jennifer Jason Leigh, Walter Goggins, who seems to be in something every few weeks. I don't know in 2025. Demian Bysure. I gotta proofread some shit before. Tim Roth, Michael Madison, rest in peace to him. Bruce Dern, you kick ass. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this movie's awesome. Anything Quentin Tarantino does is awesome. So, when Shannon got the phone call, I'm sure he's like, dude, come on. When, you want to, someone to jump, how high? That's it. I fucked up that saying, but you know what I'm trying to say. The point is, it was a good little movie. I always thought of this movie as like kind of a whodunit kind of mystery kind of movie. And they came out with a version where it has like 4 chapters. Like it's a really, I think it's like an extended version of it. So you should check that out. But the point is, movie kicks ass, man. Quentin, I don't know when that last movie's going to come out, but we shall see. Hail Caesar, this one sucked. I didn't like this one. This is a Coen Brothers movie, right? Yeah, I never saw The Lady Killers, but I don't know. I didn't like this one. No, not the, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I did not see The Lady Killers, so could it be worse than that? I don't know, but not one of their better ones for sure. Then he was in a TV series, Idiot Sister. Didn't see that. Of course, you're going to play Superman again in the Lego Batman movie. I mean, that's a no-brainer there. Then he was in a TV series, Comrade Detective. And then he did a movie called Logan Lucky, which I just saw for the first time, I don't know, less than a year ago or something. I like this movie. It's a good little heist movie, whatever. 2 brothers attempt to pull off a heist during a NASCAR race in North Carolina. Well, I mean, you got to do something, when the fucking cars are going around like 500 times. I mean, some of the... anyways, so the best part of this movie by far, I mean, Channing Tatum kicks ass, don't get me wrong. But Adam Driver, of course, But Daniel Craig, he he steals the show. The whole voice, the way he acts and all that. So this is by far the best part of this movie, for sure. It's like when he did whatever, Knives Out. He's got the character going there. This one's even better, to be honest. I think he was even a better character in this one. So, but yeah, a good little heist movie. A perfect movie to watch. Like, let's say you're chilling on a Sunday, want to relax, watch this movie. Good little movie. Did I say that? Okay. Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I remember this movie, but I don't remember him in this movie. He was in this movie, really? Wow. Huh. He played a character named Tequila. Seems like more of a woman's name, right? Oh yeah, he was a cowboy or something, or no, he's on the movie poster. Wow. Okay. I don't know. My memory. What are you gonna do? Weed. After the Kingsman headquarters is destroyed and the world is held hostage, an Allied spy organization in the United States is discovered. These two elite secret agencies must be band together to defeat a common enemy. Basically, this movie is like James Bond Jr. That's the best way I could describe it. Taron Egerton, that's how you say it, right? Yeah. He's been doing some good work lately. He did that one show. What was it called? About the prisoners there, or the two guys in jail. I forgot what it was called, but I think it's on Apple TV or something. Check it out. I can't do everything for you guys. I mean, come on. The only thing that throws me off about this movie all the time is Samuel Jackson's voice. And he's obsessed with McDonald's. So I'm gonna try very hard to ignore the whole black stereotype McDonald's thing. But the voice is just it's off. It's a little, it can get a little annoying sometimes. But the point is, it's still good. Samuel Jackson kicks ass. This is a good little movie. The second one was good too. Yeah, there you go. Pink, Beautiful Trauma music video. I had no idea Pink spelled her name with an exclamation mark. I didn't know that. And he loaned his voice to the movie called Smallfoot. The Lego Movie 2, the second part. Of course, you're going to play Superman. Listen, I don't give a fuck what anybody says about this Superman curse, okay? Someone asks you to play Superman, you play Superman, okay? Sometimes it works out good, sometimes it doesn't, but either way, you got to fucking do it, okay? Plain and simple. Plain and simple, that's it. Okay? I don't want to hear any more. America, the Motion Picture. He loaned out his voice. He played George Washington. Okay. I don't think George Washington would sound like that, but okay. Then he was in a movie called Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds there. Was he in this movie? I forgot. Yeah, I forgot he was in this one too. Yeah. It was a good little movie. It's one of those, fun kind of popcorn movies. And again, when I say a popcorn movie, I don't mean it's bad or, worthless or whatever, but it's just a fun little movie. I don't know, something to do between, Deadpools. And yeah, it's a good little movie. I liked it. The After Party is a TV series. He showed up in 2 episodes there. Then he was in a movie called Dog, which I'm assuming is, I don't know, him and a dog, I guess. And then The Lost City. I don't know. I didn't see that one. Then he was in a movie called Bullet Train. The one with Brad Pitt, where if you're really high, it's going to give you agita. He was a train passenger, really. He was oh yeah, okay. So a little cameo there. Okay, he likes to do these little cameos. Why not? Okay. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if I don't know, ladies, if you haven't satisfied yourself with the first 2 movies, here's the third and looks like the last one, Magic Mike's Last Dance, which again has a rating of 5.2 out of 10. I'm just looking at this here. He gets to do a movie with Selma Hayek. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm officially jealous. Okay, I don't know if there is a heaven, but a lot of people get to, live heaven on earth. So, okay. So this one cost $40 million to make. Okay. Opening weekend, $8 million. I don't know why it costs so much more to make this. I guess maybe they wanted more money. I guess I don't know, but gross U.S. and Canada 26 million, gross worldwide 57 million. Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, you'd probably think, it's probably almost a 20 mil profit. I mean, realistically, you don't make a movie for 40 million just to make 20 million. You know what I mean? You want to make at least triple that if you can. But plus, you don't know what goes to ads or if they're including the people's salary. I mean, I'm assuming at 40 million just for Malaka's the dance on stage. I'm assuming it is, but hey, listen, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay, so I don't know what to tell you. There you go. So I think it's safe to say after that, it probably is The Last Dance. Fly Me to the Moon. I wasn't a fan of this movie. I don't know. It had that one funny part in the beginning where he had to fix the shit with the broom, and I don't know. And then a little movie came out, also starring Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one. Deadpool and Wolverine. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe I forgot to mention this before. So, for years, okay, I've been completely ripped off as an X-Men fan, hoping to see Gambit in an X-Men movie. Now, the closest thing I got was the first, Wolverine movie, Origins. A movie got leaked online. I don't know, the guy took off to Mexico. He didn't get any money for it. It's a whole fucking thing. But, yeah, I mean, some dude played Wolverine or Gambit in that one. Who cares? And, for the last few years, like, he's been saying, like, Channing Tatum, I want to play Gambit. And at first I was like, really? I mean, maybe the look, with all the, the costume and the bow and the cards and all that, maybe, he could, make it his, but, like, he's got to nail the voice. So he shows up in this movie, and it's almost like I don't want to say a parody of Gambit, but it's almost like, you know what? It kind of is, but at the same time, it is a little bit serious. But at the same time, I think they know they're kind of making fun of it because the whole joke is like they just couldn't get this character off the ground. And I don't know, years of trying, he said, fuck it. And I don't know, Ryan Reynolds probably said, look, man, why don't you play Gambit in my movie? And there you go. That's it. So, and I got to be honest with you, I thought it was fucking hilarious. I thought it was good. If they make, who knows, maybe they will, because of this, they'll make another, another, I don't know. I mean, like in the original X-Men movie in 2000, I mean, like, I don't know, for 3 movies there, he didn't fucking show up anywhere. I mean, thanks a lot, Hollywood. And, yeah, so will we see a Gambit movie after this movie? I mean, who knows? I don't know. I think people want to see it. I mean, I think he proved to the world that, yeah, I can actually pull off this character. I mean, I'm sure it'll be more, I would say, though, he'd have to make it a little bit more serious. I mean, I remember being Gambit funny in the X-Men cartoons and all that, but I don't know. I think you'd have to make it a little bit more serious if you made the movie. But the point is, man, I welcome it. I don't know. I think he did a pretty good job. I think most people would agree with that. And Deadpool and Wolverine, out of the 3 Deadpool movies, I consider it the second best one. I put it number 2 and number 3. I still say the very first one is the best one, okay? But still, this was a pretty kick-ass movie to see him and Hugh Jackman go at it there, and it's pretty awesome. So, but will we see a Gambit movie in the future? Who the fuck knows? But let's see what happens, all right? The voice was fine. I thought it was okay. It was the one scene where they all met in the room there for the first time there. That was it seemed at first it seemed a little awkward, but I think they all grew on each other. I mean, they all ended up kicking ass in the end. So there you go. And that's all I want, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a very simple man. I mean, Gambit was one of my favorite superheroes growing up. A cool motherfucker, who. He had the bow like Donatello, the cards are lit on fire, and, the kick-ass voice, and he had a hot girlfriend. Jesus, it just never ends for these people. But the point is, can we please finally, for once and for all, get a Gambit movie? Thank you. Blink twice, Wasn't really a fan of this movie. I wasn't buying him as like a stalking type. I don't know. I just wasn't really. Entropia. I don't know what this is. He plays the actor. Okay. Demon Slayer. Kemetsu no Yaiba. The movie Infinity Castle. Is there a voice in that? Never saw it. And ladies and gentlemen, just recently I saw a movie called Roofman. Okay, it came out this year, 2025. It's rated R for some reason. Why is it rated R? Is it really? Okay, all right. I don't know. In the 80s, it'd be maybe PG, maybe PG-13 tops. But the point is, a charismatic criminal, while on the run from police, hides in a hidden space of a toy store. There, he adopts a new identity and becomes involved with an employee, beginning a relationship as unlikely as it is risky. And ladies and gentlemen, this sounds like bullshit, but this actually happened in real life. I mean, they changed a few things. I did find out that he did, like in the movie, he's hiding at Toys R Us. Now, for those of you that are listening to this and under the age of 20, before cell phones and fentanyl, kids used to be into toys. Now, a toy could be like a stuffed animal. It could be something that makes noises. Tickle Me Elmo. That was a funny scene in the movie where he's just beating the shit out of Tickle Me Elmo. He's had that shit coming since the 90s. But yeah, so. But now I believe they've all gone bankrupt except for a few, or because no kid wants to play with a toy. They don't care about trains when they're 10. They want a cell phone and look up porn when they're 5. Just simple things in life. But yeah, he not only did he hide in the Toys R Us store, but he also hid a little bit in a Circuit City. So I don't know, maybe Toys R Us won the bidding war on this movie. Who knows? But yeah, it's an interesting movie for sure. You got some good people in here. You got the Lakeith Stanfield, who plays his buddy in there. Kristen Dunst plays the girlfriend. Peter Dinklage, who does not play a nice boss. Let's just say that. And again, I don't know if they're exaggerating that character for the movie. I just assume they were. But also, the woman that he was in love with did not work at the store. I don't know how they met. They met somewhere. I think they met like maybe at the church. There's a scene where he's stealing toys from a Toys R Us to give to a church for the toy drive. Oh, the irony. But and that's what I said too. I mean, a lot of people were, and what's funny is like at the end of the movie they show like all these like videos of, oh, he's so generous, oh, he's so nice. Like this guy was known for, I think he robbed like 48 McDonald's. And it's insane. So the beginning scene there, he's robbing them, and the one guy doesn't have a coat. He puts the people in the freezer there, and he gives them his coat, which I don't think that happened, because I mean, like DNA alone, if there's one hair follicle on that, like he's screwed. You know what I mean? So like even in the late 90s, they still could search that shit. But also another thing, like after you watch this movie, you're gonna absolutely crave peanut M&Ms. I mean, it was pretty crazy. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, it's no short of a miracle this guy got away with this shit for such a long time. Like even in the Toys R Us store, he hid behind this huge display case, and behind it was nothing. So that's where he hid. So I keep thinking, like, I maybe slept most of the day, and kept quiet. Nobody looked in there. I mean, he was able to hack through the camera so he wouldn't get caught. And I don't know. It's it's crazy. Like it really is a crazy story. Like even the way he escaped, I don't want to give it away, but I mean, eventually got caught for the McDonald's. In the movie, they said he got caught like after that one job I just said, putting the people in the freezer there, because technically that's kidnapping and all that shit. And but I think he got caught a few days, few weeks later. He was robbing like I think he got caught because he robbed 2 McDonald's in one day or something. So yeah, I think it was a total of 48. And then he escaped jail. You know, had a nice little camp out for a little while at Toys R Us and Circuit City. And yeah, this is just a crazy story. I mean, it's a good little movie too. It's I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, it's funny at the end they're showing like the live clips there of you know, everything this guy went through, and like the people that they're you know that he. I mean, at one point, like he had to get rid of his dental records because he ate so many fucking M&Ms. He had to go to a dentist, you know. And also, again, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, like, you know, like during the day, I'm assuming he would spend the time in real life at Toys R Us and Second City, and I mean, I guess during the day he would have to go to the dentist, I guess, and sneak out, and he did all this shit just to. It's fucking crazy, man. Like, I mean, again, I don't want to give it all away, but they're showing the videos of the people, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, he was so nice. Oh, he gave the people." And then the one woman finally makes a point that I said, and she says, "Well, yeah, he gave toys that he stole. I mean, you know, like how good could he be?" And I'm like, "Yeah, thank you. I mean, you know." But then you find out this guy was an army guy, and. You know, I mean, the guy went through a lot of shit, and I think they said he tried to. I mean, like I don't know, like apparently he's still in jail. He's not going to get out till like the year like 2036 or some shit like that. But you know, he did try to escape again in 2009 and in 2017. But and he says he works, or they said he works at the library in the jail. You know, so I mean, that really just shows how crazy he is. Because I'm gonna get some shit for saying this, but I've always said, ladies and gentlemen, people that work at a library are a different breed of people. Now, I did work at a library, and I know what you're gonna say, big hypocrite. But keep in mind, I did not work there for more than maybe a month or two because it was just weird. Like, it's very, you know, Jehovah Witnessy. Like the mentality of a lot of people that work at a library, it's weird. It's like, you know, certain people that. You know, that have that cop mentality, the army mentality. I'm not dissing these people or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, it's a different kind of person. So I'm not surprised at all he works at the library. It just all makes sense to me. But yeah, it's a good little movie. And again, you know, I'm in security for almost like 18 years, and I mean, I don't know, the way I do security, who knows? I probably who am I kidding? I would have missed this guy too, but you know, but then again, it just, I mean, you gotta, you know, check your cameras regularly, make sure they work, and, you know, check every nook and cranny. Because I remember hearing a story one time about Toys R Us where, and I think this happened a few years ago, where they found an unopened Mario Kart 64 in the box. And probably you know, but then they found out that like the game wasn't inside, it was just a box. But like I guarantee you, someone probably opened the box, took the game, put it in their pocket, and put the box in you know, the shelves or whatever. Because keep in mind, too, like next time you go to like a Walmart or I don't know, like wherever you shop, like a big chain place, check underneath like the shelves, like right at the bottom too, or even at the top. Nobody fucking cleans these things, you know what I mean? So like for a guy to like hide behind a big thing like that, I mean, they're probably just I mean, like in front of it, they put bikes and shit, whatever. And, you know, yeah, I'm not surprised this guy got away with it for so long. And I think it was a psychological thing with this guy where, you know, like he seemed like a smart guy in the sense he was able to do all this shit. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know, maybe he had a condition, who knows, but it just seemed like he just didn't want to, like, not so much grow up, but just, I don't know, like go to the next step in his life. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people feel like, you know. But sure, they don't camp out at the, you know, in the toy section for a long time. But I don't know. I mean, when you have that criminal mentality, you just, I don't know, maybe a part of you feels that, like everything is owed to you, and, maybe something happened to you in your life, you didn't grow up as fortunate, and I've been through a lot of shit, and now, I don't want to pay for rent, I don't want to do this and that, but, I mean, this guy, maybe on some level, like I think it kind of implies in the movie he just wanted a family and just to be close to his daughter and all that, but I don't know, man. Like, this isn't the way to go about it. So, and again, like this guy, I'm assuming he's got something mentally wrong with him. Maybe before, even after coming, from the army, and let's be honest. Again, I talked about the stop loss before, and a lot of these guys that are in the army, I mean, they see some shit. I mean, they see a lot of shit that, just because you're out of the army, it doesn't mean the mentality's gone. It'll stay with you for the rest of your life. A lot of these guys end up with a PTSD, or what did I say? PTSD. Yeah, sorry. It's a cottonmouth, man. I'm telling you. But important. The most important thing is, I mean, these guys. We got to look after these men and ladies after. Everything's done. It's not just a financial thing. If they get a check every month or whatever, but they got to make sure that they're being looked after and all that. So maybe all this guy needed was just a little bit more help, and he didn't have to do all this shit. And that's all I'm saying. Maybe I'm getting a little too deep on this, but ladies and gentlemen, it is a good movie, and it is. For the most part, I'm told they did most of the stuff in this movie accurate, and yeah, so it's definitely worth checking out. It's got its comedy, but it's got its drama. So. Yeah, he's still doing his thing. There you go. And ladies and gentlemen, this guy shows no signs of slowing down whatsoever because he's got 9 future projects happening. Okay? And the first one here, it says Bloodlines, pre-production. Okay? An FBI agent investigates a Mexican drug cartel's money laundering scheme involving race horses. Again with the racetrack. Okay, fair enough. Okay, why not? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Another movie called Calamity Hustle tells the story of former Los Angeles detective turned undercover detective who, after being shaken down by a vicious crime lord, must track down his brother, who is responsible for disrupting a diamond heist. More heist movies, Jesus. And he's teaming up with Mr. Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds. Why not? Good old Canadian boy. Let's do it. Why not? That's it. United States, if you think we're going to be the 51st states, you are on crack. Dance Parents. There's no plot description here, but he gets to work with Charlize Theron. I don't know how you pronounce it. I do know how you pronounce A Good Life. Josephine, he's rumored to play Damien. Okay, the devil? No. After witnessing a brutal attack in Golden Gate Park, 8-year-old Josephine is plunged into a maelstrom of fear and paranoia. She acts out with looking for any way to regain control of her own safety. Of course, man. I mean, you're involved in this shit. Depends what you see. You gotta, you gotta be careful, man. Cockroach, which is spelled with a capital K. All right. A mysterious outsider rises through New York's underworld, building a criminal empire and becoming a powerful crime boss while challenging the city's established criminal hierarchy. Okay. All right. You got the Taron Egerton again. All right. Fair enough. Zazie Beetz. Did I say that right? Yeah. She spells her last name with a Z? That's awesome. And then you got the soundtrack of Silence. A college student who learns he is going deaf and attempts to memorize his favorite songs with the hopes of remembering important moments of his life. Oh, it's I think we're gonna get ready to cry on this one, folks. And then he did another movie. It doesn't stop. The Isle of Man Tourist Trophy Race. Okay. No plot here. Has something to do with getting a trophy. It could be a metaphorical thing. I don't know. Wingman. Development unknown. It's just called Wingman. I'm just saying the development is okay. Director Joseph Gordon-Levitt again. All right, get the team up again. The story follows two pilots who crash land in Las Vegas. Oh boy, that's the city you want to crash in there, folks, for sure. And the last thing coming up is, of course, and we're all waiting for this, ladies and gentlemen, Avengers Doomsday, where he plays Remy LeBeau, aka Gambit. Ladies and gentlemen, who says that God doesn't listen to prayers? And many other people's prayers. And finally, we get to see the man play Gambit once again. And the plot is under wraps. What I say there, Gumbo? Looks like we got ourselves another pot there, Rogue. We're gonna kick some ass, eh? Man, afterwards we're gonna hit up New Orleans. We're gonna find out why the Pelicans suck so much. I'll tell you why the Pelicans suck so much, because nobody gives a fuck about basketball in New Orleans. But what they do give a fuck about is this beautiful, awesome, kick-ass character that has been created from, I'm assuming by the voice, he's from New Orleans. I don't know. It's, I mean, he doesn't sound like Tommy Wiseau, but the point is, finally, okay, so let's see, maybe this will lead to, a full-length picture of Channing Tatum playing Gambit. But ladies and gentlemen, even if it doesn't happen, which, don't get me wrong, I really hope it does, okay? Channing has, I think he's done pretty well for himself. No, I think, is it just me? Look at the picture on IMDb. Does he not look like? Remember they took that picture of that prisoner, and then he got like a contract after for modeling and shit, and then you found out the guy was in a gang and shit. And listen, two things. One, if you're born pretty, I mean, literally, the world is fucking yours. And two, Channing Tatum, I made a lot of jokes today about, being jealous and shit. But the fact of the matter is, he's not he doesn't seem like a douchebag. He seems like a good guy. He seems very appreciative to everything, he's gone through in his life. I'm personally a little concerned about the drinking. But then again, if he's able to function, whatever. But, I mean, he could be, I don't know. He could be another Keith Richards. Who the fuck knows? But, whatever. Just keep an eye on that. But the point is, man, he seems like he's having a good time, and some of us are, born, bald and fat, and use the word like a million times in a podcast, and then there's other people, other very successful people, cool people that get to play Gambit. Son of a bitch. And that person's name is Channing Tatum.
Now, you had a bet about the box office on 21 Jump Street. Care to discuss that bet?
I'm gonna let him take this one.
All right.
All right. So in a movie opening weekend, if your movie breaks 30 million, you've had a very, very good weekend. Mm-hmm. Jonah thought that it was gonna just break 30, and I thought that it was gonna break 35. And he said, if it breaks 35, then I will kiss the tip of your.
Over the box boxers. I said over the boxers.
Point is,
The boxers would remain, you gotta be very clear in it, the boxers would remain on.
I'd say that's a key piece of fabric for the story.
actually, the real key is that I won that bet. So, yeah.
So
It hasn't happened yet. I've given him the opportunity to double down on it, but he just.
My gambling career has come to an abrupt end. I lost the
You
flying
choose weird
Vegas.
stakes.
Yeah.
You choose very weird stakes.
That's the stakes in every single one.
Right, right. And if you lost, you just wouldn't get your penis kissed?
So the catch is he might be gay, allegedly. And in She's All That, they use a tampon to stop nosebleeds. That's it. I'm out.
Look, I'll be honest. I fucking hate that movie.
You do?
I